what would be the basis of the PNP? Require Pastor Quiboloy to surrender? And require us to surrender him? So I do hope and pray that the PNP should likewise perhaps do more research in accusing certain persons as a fugitive, or that require the lawyer to surrender him or his members. We do not have that power. An accused has the right to also insist to avail all of these remedies provided for under the rules of court. And Pastor Quiboloy is precisely doing that.
I assure, as a Chief PNP, that we will assure you na isurrender nyo lang po si Apollo Quiboloy, 100%, and the 4 others. Nandito po kami, and you will see na we follow the rules, human rights. Dito lang po kayo makita na we follow po ang human rights. We assure you po. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, General Marbil. I just would like to react that it's unfair for them naman na i-require nyo muna sila na i-surrender si Pastor Quiboloy para maging peaceful ang Davao. Parang ganon.
No, sir.
Para maging normal ang lahat.
Hindi, sir. Sabi ko, nobody, sir.
For all you know, even President Duterte, walang kontak kay Pastor Quiboloy. Hindi alam kung nasaan na ngayon. Lahat. Ako mismo, I was trying to keep in touch with Pastor Quiboloy nung lumabas yung kanyang warrant. I was trying to contact him, pero wala. To no avail. Hindi na talaga makontak. So, unfair din na gawin natin requirements sa kanila dahil they are only ordinary members of the church.
His lawyers here and representatives know that the wheels of justice will start only upon his submission to the jurisdiction of the court, to which his 5 other companions had already done last March 2024 by posting bail on the cases that were filed against them, and corresponding warrants were issued. There were 6 of them, and all of them were charged in Davao and in Pasig. In March 2024, a Davao court issued warrants of arrest for 6 of them. 5 of them posted bail, except for Mr. Quiboloy. Until now, his warrant on Davao is still standing. And all of them are also charged in Pasig.
The same 6.
Same 6 are
Okay.
charged in Pasig. And none of them posted bail because there's no bail recommended for the 6 of them. We have captured one, Pauline Canada, and she is still in the custody of the CIDG. So as I'm saying, Your Honor, the wheels of justice can only start if he submits to the jurisdiction of the court, because everything that we discuss here, saying that whether he is innocent or guilty, are of no moment, because we are not the court that will thresh out all those issues. So I would really suggest, Your Honor, that Mr. Quiboloy submit himself to the jurisdiction of the court, because sooner or later the long arm of the law will catch up with him, just like what happened to Pauline Canada. She did not surrender. We hunted her down, looked for her, and we arrested her and brought her to the judge who ordered her arrest. And until now, she is still in our custody, in CIDG in particular. So I would suggest that Mr. Quiboloy to end all of this and spare all his followers and believers of all these things, of this they perceived harassment, which are actually not harassment but are just part and parcel of the implementation of the warrant of arrest against him. So I would suggest, Mr. Chair, if it's possible, to call for Mr. Quiboloy to surrender to the jurisdiction of the court, of Pasig Regional Trial Court, because until then he's just a fugitive of the law, fleeing, hiding behind his members and followers, and whom we in Region 11 will continue to pursue and look for him, to arrest him and bring him to the jurisdiction of the court, whether he like it or not. We don't like this, but this is ordered by the court, and it is our duty, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, quick
Thank you.
reportation.
Thank you, General Torre. Yes, go ahead.
I would just like to comment, Your Honor, concerning these opinions of two generals already, which I think need to be properly corrected, Your Honor. If a person has a warrant of arrest, Your Honor, the subject of the warrant of arrest has two options. Either he submits himself to the jurisdiction of the court, or he questions the finding of probable cause, Your Honor, which Senator Lacson did, okay? And if the DOJ would not side with him, he can go on certiorari to the Court of Appeals without ever surrendering. Santiago case would prove that. So, a person, even if he has a warrant of arrest, can choose to exhaust all of his remedies, Your Honor, such as but not limited to questioning the finding of probable cause. So I do hope General Torre would disabuse his mind that the only option of a person who has a warrant of arrest is to surrender, Your Honor, because he has a right, Your Honor, to insist that there is no probable cause, especially in this case, that the cases were dismissed already by the city prosecution's office, Your Honor, a long time ago. And the complainant in this case filed a petition for review 4 years ago, Your Honor, and this was not acted upon by the Department of Justice, and this was only acted upon when it became fashionable to attack Pastor Apollo Quiboloy, when there was already a Senate investigation being instigated by Senator Hontiveros. All of a sudden, voila, there is already a resolution on the petition for review. We did not file it, it was the complainant. We filed a motion for reconsideration, Your Honor, a long time ago. Until now, there is no resolution as to it. And then a few days thereafter, that there was a resolution, we have a warrant of arrest. So as a lawyer, Your Honor, I filed motions, Your Honor, so that the warrant of arrest as well as the information can be invalidated by the court. That is a remedy provided for by the rules of court. So therefore, General Torre cannot dictate upon Pastor Apollo Quiboloy as to what to do. Several instances in the past, such as perhaps former Senator Honasan, I do hope he will forgive me. Ocampo, Satoru Ocampo also did that in the past, Your Honor, by questioning the finding of probable cause. If these were available to those persons, why not to Pastor Apollo Quiboloy? They are always describing my client as a fugitive. What is your legal basis? The last basis, Your Honor, is Republic Act 11983, passed only on March 11 of 2024. What is the definition, legal definition of a fugitive under the present dispensation, Your Honor? According to Section 3G, those who flee under the following circumstances after conviction by a Philippine court to avoid prosecution. That is our prevailing law. So therefore, for the police authorities to always say that my client is a fugitive, excuse me, under what legal basis? Even if you use, Your Honor, U.S. court decision and even Black's law definition, Your Honor, it provides a fugitive from justice is a person who, having committed a crime, flees from the jurisdiction of the court where the crime was committed or departs from his usual place of abode and conceal himself within the district. That is Black's law definition. If we will use likewise Supreme Court decision Rodriguez versus Comelec, Labao versus Comelec, it includes those who after conviction flees to avoid punishment, but also those who after being accused flee to avoid prosecution. So we are still questioning the after being accused. So for the PNP to always claim that my client is a fugitive, under what legal basis? Can you please cite to us? Just because he has a warrant of arrest? And can you rightfully say that he has knowledge of that warrant of arrest? Did you present evidence? In Labao versus Comelec, Your Honor, the Supreme Court, he was a candidate for mayor. There was even a warrant of arrest. And they even tried to arrest him in a church, Your Honor. Yet the Supreme Court did not consider him as a fugitive from justice. What would be the basis of the PNP? Require Pastor Apollo Quiboloy to surrender? And require us to surrender him? What right do I have to require my client? I'm just a lawyer, Your Honor, a glorified agent of my client. I cannot tell my client to surrender. That is not within my power. If I do that, I might be disbarred, Your Honor. So I do hope and pray that the PNP should likewise perhaps do more research in accusing certain persons as a fugitive or that require the lawyer to surrender him or his members. We do not have that power. An accused has the right to also insist to avail all of his remedies provided for under the rules of court. And Pastor Apollo Quiboloy is precisely doing that. Wala kaming away po na may warrant si Pastor. We are contesting that. But when the police would try to implement the same, they should follow Rule 113, Section 11.
Correct.
Your Honor.
They should. Yeah, wala, no question about that.
Yes,
Gawin
Your Honor.
talaga nila properly according to the law.
Yes, Your Honor. Yun lang po ang sa amin na yung rules of procedure, rules of engagement should be strictly followed sana. Yun lang po ang hiling po namin na hindi naman po ginagawa.